Look, I said last night, this is not something I'm letting go. The $18 million Congressional slush fund, I want to list the reports and the materials, all the allegations. I want to see all of it. But the House voted to hide or at least postpone it, and their own misconduct from the American people are being sent to the House Ethics Committee and see what's going to go on there. The same committee run by this guy we told you about last night, who was sued for abusing his position and assaulting women, and he got a DUI by running his car into someone's house. Congresswoman Nancy Mace said it perfectly. Both parties united to one cause, protecting themselves. This is the two-tiered system of justice in plain sight. One standard for the rich and powerful and the politically connected, and everyone else gets theirs. Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan, sir, I got to ask you real quick. You voted to send this to the Ethics Committee last night. Do you think we're going to ever see the lights of day on this?
No, I do. You just want to do it in the right way. You want to protect victims. It's same with the whole Epstein thing. You want that. You want the bad guys. You want their information out there. You want to hold people accountable, but you want to protect people. And there's a way you do that that is consistent with the rule of law, consistent with rules, consistent with protecting people. So that's what this was out. You send it to the committee with House rules. House counsel will weigh in on this, but there's a right way to do it because, as you know, take the Epstein issue. There were people whose names were made public who shouldn't have been, who didn't do a darn thing wrong, or they may have been victims, and that's the key way to do this. But yeah, people done wrong. That there's no problem making sure you know about that, and they're held accountable.
You're committed to making sure that we find these names, sir?
Yeah, I think that is exactly what should happen on all these issues. Bad people should be held accountable. Innocent people should be protected, and that's why we have rules all throughout our system, particularly the justice, not just Congress, of course, but the justice system, the grand jury, the way that grand jury material is handled. There's rules that have been built up over the 250 years of this great country that are there to protect innocent people and people who did not engage in crimes and did not do harmful things. That's why you have the rules you do.
All right. I want to get your take on this. Now, you voted in favor of this in the past, but this is Mike Lee over in the Senate now introducing National Constitutional Carry Act. Obviously, this has passed the House, I think twice, actually.
Yeah.
Do you see it passing? And when it gets to you guys, do we pass it there in the House?
Well, we got to get here first. I mean, it's tough to get anything through the United States Senate, as you know. We have already passed concealed carry legislation, not constitutional carry, but concealed carry reciprocity. So if you get a concealed carry license in one state, you can also protect yourself, your family, your property in another state. So we believe in protecting the Second Amendment. I always tell people the Second Amendment's right next to the first for a reason. It's pretty darn important. So yeah, we support that, but we've already passed in the House in our committee before the concealed carry reciprocity. But we haven't dealt with constitutional carry, but I support it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, look, we're trying to get around places like New York, where I am now, where I'd jump through hoops to get my permit, California, places like that. House Judiciary Committee hearing with Kristi Noem earlier in the week. You guys found that in 2025, sanctuary cities refused to honor 17,864 detainers. That is almost 18,000 illegals with criminal records that were arrested, just let back out on the street without even trying to deport them.
Not going to honor the detainer. Now remember, they already committed a crime when they entered or already violated the law when they entered the country illegally. So they're here illegally. Maybe have a final order of removal from the immigration courts, and also then have been charged with some other crime, and they're sitting in a jail or detention center, and ICE sends a detainer. And all the detainer is real simple. It says, hey, if you're going to let this individual out, give us a heads up. And 17,864 times, they either just release the guy to the street, or they've told ICE, we will not give you a heads up. And so many times, those guys go out and commit crimes. And here's the kicker. That is going on in roughly a third of the country. 18 cities, 11 states, 3 counties, and the District of Columbia all have this stupid, literally stupid sanctuary jurisdiction policy in place.
Yeah, and this is coming on the backs of a Supreme Court win for President Trump and Republican immigration policies, where they said, hey, you have to defer. You can't, federal judges just can't overturn whatever they want. They have to defer to immigration judges. But Congressman Jim Jordan, we appreciate you fighting on that one, sir.
You bet. Thank you.
He loves the Constitution. He fights for what's right. He hates the bad guys. He's a freedom warrior. He's your freedom warrior. Watch Carl Higbie every weekday on Newsmax.